Most of us spend hours daydreaming about sexy motors, and more than 5 million of us love pretending to be racing drivers on computer games. Just as Tomb Raider's Lara Croft came to life in Angelina Jolie, so has Gran Turismo's Toyota Supra. Yes, indeedy, this is a one-off special look-alikey real-life version of the game's supercar. The fact that it's based on Toyota's rather saucy Supra gives it a good set of starting blocks. Sadly though, new emission laws in this country have caused the car's demise. But one was left knocking around, and I'm rather glad it was. These days, games consoles have become nifty bits of kit, and games like Gran Turismo and Ridge Racer are top sellers. But how do they compare to real life? Time for a game of GTI Turismo.
Select driver. Select car. Start game.
Straight from your PC, this Supra is one of the game's most popular cars, and just like the Gran Turismo version, Toyota has thrown everything at it to make it one big girl's toy. Oh yeah, and it's mine for the day. Oh, hello. Powering this beast is a 3-litre, 24-valve, straight-six engine with twin, yes that's two, turbochargers. It'll hit 60 miles an hour very, very quickly, and it'll go on to 150 mph. It's got 370 brake horsepower, but unfortunately it's also got an automatic gearbox. Not good, because the kickdown's very, very slow, and when you try and whoosh out the corners you get a bit of turbo lag, and the whole thing seems to take forever to pull you out of the bends and down onto the straights again. But when it does get going, boy, it gets going. The suspension has been lowered and stiffened to give crisper handling out here on the track. It sits on 19-inch tyres, and the whole thing works really well. This is a big car, but it's an amazingly agile car. You can sling it around the bends and have the time of your life, with, of course, the traction control off. Inside, things are pretty standard, but you do get a lot more luxury than you would do in the game car. Leather seats, air conditioning, cruise control, red carpets, and there's even room in the back for a couple of small passengers. But the pièce de résistance lies in the boot.
I'm totally addicted to bass.
If the growl of the engine doesn't do it for you, then how about some music? No ordinary stereo in here, because the boot houses a set of woofers the size of my neighbour's dog, but they're not the only things that are big about this car. Now that is a whopper of a spoiler. It fills my rear view mirror, and in fact it is so big that Toyota reckons it actually slows this car down when it's at full chat. As well as that, it's got tarmac-hugging skirts all the way around, bonnet bulges, and of course those very, very distinctive stickers, which have come from Toyota's racing Supra in Japan. I am as happy as a pig in you-know-what to stay in this car on this racing circuit for days on end. For me, I love the fact of pushing the car over its limits but staying within mine. Thrashing it around, getting its back end out, having a laugh but still being in total control of everything, and that for me gives me the biggest buzz about driving. But what gives people the buzz when it comes to racing cars on computer games?
I think it's the way that you can race against your friends and that you can try and beat them and they try and beat you. You also can improve on your times and learn different tracks, and also you can win things.
I enjoy that you can make a mistake in a car game and get away with it. That you can hit the Anchor barrier at Monaco in a Formula 1 car and still continue on, which you wouldn't be able to do in real life.
I think it's just the challenge of wanting to go faster and better and not crash. I'm pretty hopeless at them myself, to be honest, but I do enjoy them quite a lot.
The computer cars are good in terms of the way they accelerate, the way they move, but you still lack the feel of driving a car. Driving by the seat of your pants is the one thing you miss.
Computer games are getting a lot better nowadays, but racing in a car, the feel, the G-forces, just the smell and the adrenaline that goes through is a much different thing than playing on a computer game in the comfort of your own home.
Some people think that messing around with a joystick for hours on end is a complete waste of time. But if it lets you be a racing driver for a day, then what's the harm in that? You can crash as many times as you like and beat your mates. But if you get to do it for real, if you are lucky enough, then it's a completely different story. That's right, if I have a massive off in this, then it's not a case of play on, it's definitely game over.